All right. Hi, everyone. A very good evening. Let's switch on our videos. Let's get started. Good evening, everyone. Please switch on your videos if you can hear me, if you can see me. Okay. We know the class of the rule of the class. If we are attending the class on Zoom, we'll be switching on our videos. Okay. Thank you so much. Others also, let's switch on our videos quickly. Let's get started. Okay. Thank you so much, first of all, to all of you who have joined me live here. I am extremely grateful to all of you. This generally happens with challenges, whether it is MH challenge or happiness challenge. The consistency of people keep on decreasing, but kudos to all of you who have not given up on your happiness and, you're still there in today's session. So congratulations and thank you so much. Let's get started. Okay. Today is the second session of our happiness challenge, the weekend session. And today we'll be learning some new techniques, some new activities. We've already done a lot of things in the previous session. I hope we remember the same. And today we'll pretty much jump straight into the techniques, the activities. Today we'll try to do what? We'll try to actually explore happiness using art therapy. Okay, so we'll do some techniques of art therapy, some art related techniques, and we'll try to explore happiness through the same. Okay, I hope we have our colors ready. Do we? Have we brought some colors, something that I asked everybody to bring? Yes? No? Please type in the chat box. If you brought, let's type a Y in the chat box. Have we brought something? Yes? Okay. Others? How many of us have brought some colors, something? Even if we don't have colors, we'll use pencil to shade or anything. Yeah, okay. Okay. Others? Perfect. Pencil colors and paintings. Okay. Thank you. Okay, great. All right, we'll directly get started. The first technique or the activity that we are going to do for the day is something called draw in total darkness, which I hope all of us know what it means. It means we'll be switching on off our lights and we'll actually be performing this technique. And what we'll do is we are actually combining this with one more modality. So when you draw in darkness, the purpose is for you to actually feel that there is nobody to judge or to see what you're drawing, not even you yourself. The second thing that there is we will not be using any tools. So it is draw in total darkness without any tools. So that means you can either use your fingers to, to dip your hands into the paint and color through the same, or you can just use, your crayons and nothing beyond that. Are we ready? Did we understand? So we'll use our fingers, our hands, our elbows, anything that you want to use, you can use the same. But this is no tool drawing in total darkness. That's what we're going to do. So what we'll do is we'll switch off our lights and we'll keep our colors, everything in front of us. Let's do this. Let's switch off our lights, guys. We'll actually be doing the techniques rather than making notes. You'll have the recording of this class on YouTube as well for making notes and everything. So we all have 30 seconds to switch off the lights. Just keep all the crayons and everything in front of you so that after switching off lights, you have something in front of you. Nice. Okay. I can see some of you are switching off the lights already. Others? Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, let's switch off our lights. I'll give you the instruction when to start. You can draw about anything. I'll be quiet for that time. So you'll get 3 minutes to draw anything that comes to your mind on a sheet of paper. In total darkness, you want to use your hands to draw the same. You want to use painting colors, crayons, sketch pens. Even if you want to just scribble, it's completely your choice. Okay, but we will not see what we are drawing. So there is no cheating, okay? Okay, I'll say 3, 2, 1. I hope everybody's ready. Type R in the chat box if everybody's ready. I can see some of us have their videos off. People with their videos off will not do cheating, guys. Okay? Doesn't mean we can switch off our videos and escape from actually switching off the lights. Okay. Okay. If you're ready, let's type an R. I'll tell you when to start. Okay. Okay. 3, 2, 1, and your 3 minutes start down. For next 3 minutes, draw anything that you want to draw on a sheet of paper with the instructions that I've given you. Anything that comes to your mind, just draw the same. I will not be disturbing you. The only purpose is you will not be seeing what you're drawing. And you can use your hands if you want to use painting colors, or you can use your, pencil or crayons. That's it. Draw anything that you want to draw without seeing it. Even if it is just lines. Jyoti, let's start. Okay, if you're done, we'll inform in the chat box. Some of us are done already. Share your experience. If we are done, share your experience in the chat box. Tell me, what did you draw? How did it turn out? And how did you feel while drawing? That is the most important part. Okay, we are done. ठीक है. People on YouTube. Okay, feeling happy. ठीक है. What did you draw? What was going on in your mind when you were drawing? What was the experience of drawing in darkness like? Okay. Clueless. Nothing, no feeling, no emotion. You drew scenery with eyes closed? Okay. Drew a lotus, house, and sun. Okay. A car. Christmas decorations. Okay. And how did your drawing turn out? Did it turn out well? Okay. Kite. And what do you think is the purpose of this activity, this technique? What was the purpose? Okay, thinking if it will be nice. Trees and some birds. Peaceful. Okay. Jumble, smile face, trees. Okay. Was it to test your drawing? Was that the purpose? Then what was the purpose? Beach, scenery, nearby. I didn't know about colors. Okay, guys, what was the purpose? Emotions, ठीक है. Okay. Yes. So one of the purpose of this is drawing, of course, drawing period and all of this is associated with happiness. So drawing in itself, it's kind of a release and it gives you a lot of happiness. To let our emotions free without being judgmental. Another purpose of actually switching off the lights was what? Why did we switch off the lights? Because we didn't want you to actually focus on your drawing. So your drawing was not the purpose. How it turned out eventually, the outcome is not the purpose, but rather the process. So we wanted you to enjoy the process, and that was the purpose. So giving a non-judgmental space to all of you and helping you feel calm and relaxed. Absolutely. Okay. Okay. Let's move ahead. Let's move to the next activity, next technique. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we are actually going to review our this particular year, which is 2022. I know it's very hard to sit alone and do everything. So that's why we are now sitting in a group and trying to do this thing. Okay. Let's see how we are going to review it. You just need a paper and some pens. I hope we all have it already. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually okay. But before everything, is it actually important to review what happened in the past, good or bad? Is there any significance of the same? What is the significance of reviewing whatever has happened already? Whether it is good or is it bad? Okay, first tell me, why is it important to review the good things that have happened in the past? Guys, respond. Interactive class. Two-way interaction. To take the lesson, okay. We can learn from the past. We can feel grateful. Absolutely, very good. Cheerful for future. Feel good. Okay, what else? Others. People who are not responding. Neelam, Yusra, Mayuri, Shruti. Confident, nostalgic. Siddhika, Karan, Shilpa, Preeti. Don't do the past mistake again. Okay, to know your strengths and weaknesses, very good. Absolutely. Compare our growth with whom? Achievements. Okay. Learning from our experiences, very good. Okay, with ourselves, to know ourselves, maybe. Okay, so to actually see our progress, how far we've come in this year, maybe. Of course, to uplift our mood and also to feel grateful, like one of you very beautifully said. So when we remember the good things in our life, it makes us experience positive emotions, which are associated with happiness. At the same time, they make us feel extremely grateful. And if we have taken some good steps in the past or maybe some achievements in the past, we know what to do more of. What kind of steps do we need to take more? Absolutely, to develop positivity. And why do I need to remember bad things as well? Exactly, to not repeat the same mistakes again. So I need to know what are the bad things that have happened to me and what can I learn from them. I can only avoid repeating the mistakes in the future if I learn from the mistakes that I've done in the past. That's why today we'll actually, yes, for the sake of improvement, for that growth mindset, we need to review our good as well as bad things. So we know this already. Absolutely, to leave the baggages also. To forgive the people who have to be forgiven and so on. What we'll do is we'll actually, we'll take a sheet of paper and we'll fold it into two halves. Okay, like this. So sheet of paper, let's fold it into two halves. On one half of the paper, we'll be writing 3 things that went right this year. It's going to take some time. Maybe you'll have to think about it. So let's think of any 3 things that went very well. Maybe 3 gifts that 2022 brought for all of you. Or maybe 3 amazing things that that you did this year, which turned out really well, created a difference in your life or in somebody else's life, some important decisions. Please switch on the light. Sorry, guys. Did I not mention? Sorry, Lakshmi, please switch. Oh my God. Light off on kar leni thi uske baad. Okay, yes. Please switch on your lights. Okay. So on the left side, on one side of the sheet, we'll write the things that went very well this year. And you can also share those 3 things with me. Once you're done, type R in the chat box so that I know that you've mentioned those 3 things. 3 things that probably created a difference in your life or in somebody else. 3 important decisions or 3 things that, 3 events, 3 decisions, 3 things, anything that comes to your mind. which helped you grow or which took you towards positivity? Hi, Invincible. Hi, Linnea. I'm glad you both are here. Can I repeat? Yes, I can repeat. So, three things that went well this year. Three important decisions, events, or anything. Is my voice breaking, Jasleen? No, it's not. Please check your network. Or maybe you can join on YouTube, Delphin. Not breaking. Okay, thank you. Okay. If you're done, we can also share one of those things with me if you want to. Congratulations, Kiran. Okay. Okay, learning a skill is also something that went very right. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Mayank is thinking. Those who are done, what about the three things that probably didn't go as well as you were expecting to be? So, three things that maybe didn't go that well. People on YouTube, are we actually doing something? The next question is that the things that probably did not go that well, what do you think those things are trying to teach you? Or what are those things actually trying to indicate for your growth? Say if you got some health issues, so what is life trying to tell you? If somebody in your family got health issues, what is life trying to teach you? Maybe any one learning works. What is life trying to teach you with the things that probably didn't go that well? If you couldn't clear the exam this year, what is life trying to teach you? Yusra, what is life trying to teach you? Okay. Sometimes life is also helping you grow and develop a skill in yourself. If there are things that have been beyond your capabilities or capacity till now, maybe life is trying to build that in you with hardships and difficulties. Is that the case with you? Okay. Different people, different things. ठीक है. And let's now actually see. So there are certain things that went very well in the last year, and there are certain things that we're probably hoping that will go very well next year. Yes? And if we actually take up the learnings that life is trying to teach us through whatever has happened this year, and we keep that in mind. Okay. Let's try to take learnings from whatever has not went well this year. And can we actually draw an image of what we will look like in 2023? So if you encountered some health issues this year, how do you plan to look like next year after taking learnings from whatever didn't go very well? Or if you could not clear the exam this year, what are the skills that you think you will have next year when you'll clear the exam eventually? If you could not devote that much of time to your family this year, how do you see yourself next year? And with which skills and which talents do you see yourself next year accomplishing your goals? We'll actually draw an image of the same. We'll draw a picture of the same, and anything that comes to your mind, just draw that. And then we'll share it in the group if possible. But that's not the purpose. The purpose is for it's for your own sake. With light on. Everything with light on from now on, Lakshmi. The most obedient student of the class. Okay. Taking the learnings, Shweta. So what is life trying to teach you from things that didn't go well this year? Taking those learnings and seeing what skills life is trying to build in you. And then taking the skills and talents to 2023. What does new Shweta look like there? Which new habits probably you're going to have in your life? You know, how are you going to look like physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually? And if you see yourself moving towards a certain goal, what does that goal look like? Have you already accomplished it, or have you gone nearer to the same? If anybody has not understood or wants me to repeat in Hindi, please ask. Dr. Najib, what is life trying to teach you? Invincible, linear, guys, where are we? Ambient. So you're being tested, Shweta, is it? Would I be right to say that you're being tested? What happened, Sophie? Did you join just now, or did you not understand what I was saying? Okay, so Shweta, once this test of life is over, how do you see yourself? What skills, what talents, or what exactly is life trying to teach you? What lessons will you have when this test is over? So, for example, one of us just mentioned, I'm taking a very small example. One of us mentioned I couldn't crack UGC net this year. But maybe next year when she will crack it, when he or she will crack it, I will not be the same person. Maybe I'll be a person with a lot more patience, a lot more determination, and a lot more hard work. And I'll see new potential in my own self, something that I've not seen till now. Zufi, can you join on YouTube maybe? Okay, I'll explain. What you have to do is you have to take learnings from whatever went wrong this year, and whatever went right this year, also take some positivity from there. And where do you see yourself next year? With which talents, skills, habits, resources do you see yourself with next year? You have to draw an image of the same. And once we are done, we'll type a D in the chat box. And if there are any doubts, please ask again. Hi, Janvi. Hi, Chanda. Let's get started. Okay. We'll wait for others also for a minute. Is there any wisdom that you need to keep in mind? Something that you need to keep in mind to reach to that place in 2023, whatever you have drawn? So to become the person that you want to be, is there something that you need to keep in mind? What is that? Just note that secret at the back of that page. Note down the secret to reaching there at the back. Okay. ठीक है. Janvi, can you move the video back? Since it is on YouTube, you can move the video back and watch again. Even at a faster speed, I spoke very slowly today. Okay. ठीक है. Others, what are the secrets? Words of wisdom? Okay. Should I move to the next technique? Are we done till here? Everybody done, guys? Let's move ahead. If you're left, we'll probably do it as homework. Shweta, okay? Very busy writing. Okay, let's move ahead. Okay. For the next technique, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to screenshot. Okay. I'm gonna perfect. I can do it. I'm going to actually share a story with you. We'll listen to this story carefully because the story is actually a part of the technique that we are going to do now. Okay. The technique is something called trouble tree. Okay. We will do this, but first we'll actually listen to the story. Okay, I'll read the story for all of you. If anybody would want me to repeat it in Hindi, I'll do the same also. Read it with me if you want to. So there lived a carpenter whom I hired to restore old furniture. And that carpenter had a very rough day on the first day of his job. So the author of the story is saying that I hired a carpenter, for restoring old furniture for some work at my home. And the very first day of his job, he had a very rough day. Happens sometimes with us at school. We had a very bad day at school at times, or maybe when when we're going to the college, anytime. Anybody can have a bad day any day. Okay. So he lost an hour of work due to flat tire. Maybe he was being paid on hourly basis. घंटे के हिसाब से उसको पैसे मिलते थे. And what happened? His tire got flat of, however he had come, whichever vehicle he came by. And his electrical saw, जिससे वो आरी से जिससे वो अपने वुड्स को काटता था, it went bad. So it was not working. And his pickup truck with which he had to load and unload the furniture, that also refused to start. So 1, 2, 3 troubles. And in addition to that, it was the first day of his job. Okay. So what I did, I offered him to drive him home. So he asked me if I can drive him home because he had a flat tire. Tire puncture ho gaya, so he can't go home. So probably he asked me that, can I drive him home? So I said yes, okay. And when we reached his home, he invited me in. As we walked inside, he paused briefly at a small tree in the yard, touching the tips of the branches with both the hands. So probably when they were entering the house, he said, would you like to come in? As a nice gesture. And when we were entering inside, he asked me to touch the tips of the tree. He actually touched himself the tips of the tree that he had kept, the branches of the same. Now, my question to all of you is, why do you think he touched the tips of those trees? Any idea? What did he do? Any ritual or something that we know about? Before entering the house, he touched the tip of the branches with both his hands. He's carpenter to hang his troubles. Oh my God. Okay. Very good, Kiran. What about others? Gratitude. To reach out for help from a tree. Okay. That's very true, Dr. Najib. Okay. Maybe showing his gratitude, maybe his habit. ठीक है. Others, are we all on the same page? Story समझ आई इतनी यहाँ तक? Maybe he's living alone. No, he has a family. Okay. Thankful, habit, respect to trees, to keep his tools. Okay. Gratitude, carpenter works on wood. Acha. Good, good, very good. We are using our brain. I am impressed. Okay, let's actually see what he did. We're gonna do the same thing, okay? As he's carpenter, he had to cut the wood, so he thanks it. Oh, that's nice. He missed the tree to go home free of work tension. So let's listen to what happened. So as he entered the home, his demeanor took an amazing transformation. So he had such a bad day, and just as he entered the home after touching the branches of the tree, he started feeling, demeanor is the personality, the persona. So it took an amazing transformation. So if I'm having a bad day, I'll feel really bad. I'll feel really stressed, and I'll keep on overthinking about it was my first day at job and this is what happened, right? But when he entered the home after touching the tree, the branches of the tree, there was an amazing transformation. His face was blooming with smiles, and he hugged both of his children and kissed his wife. And when he walked me back to the car, I asked him that, what about this tree? What exactly happened with this tree? You just touched the branches of the tree and then you went inside and there was a complete change of personality. So he said, that's my trouble tree. I know I can't help having troubles in the job, but those don't belong to my family. So it's not possible that I'll never have a trouble at my job or at my school or at my college or even in my life. But those troubles don't need to, be thrown at my family. So those are troubles that are at my workplace but don't need to be taken to my family. So I just hang them up on the tree every night. I come home and leave them there. Just like people in their winters, if you have seen in those Christmas movies, they hang their coats before entering their house, or even when they go somewhere to eat. So I said I hang my troubles on the tree before going inside the house, and I let the God take care of rest of the same. So for us, if we don't believe in God, it can be some supernatural power that we believe in. So now what we all are going to do is, we all probably might have a lot of troubles in our life as well. So we are also going to draw a tree and its branches, okay, and leaves. And in the leaves of that tree, let's hang our troubles. Can we try that? For God to take care of it? Or maybe for some supernatural power to take care of it. Did we understand the technique, the activity? It's a belief about that. Yes. Okay, let's hang our troubles now. Once we're done, we'll type a D in the chat box. Yes, Jyoti, from where have you missed? Have you not heard the entire activity or just the last part? We're hanging all of our troubles on the tree, the branches and the leaves of the tree. And if you missed out on it, you can go to the YouTube and move back and listen to all of it again. It means when a person enters in the home, then he or she throw their troubles in a tree that is nearby. Yes. Okay. That is one way of saying that. Another way of saying that is disassociating. So externalizing your troubles. So the next time, Ali, I ask you, where are your troubles? They're hanging on the tree. They're not with you. What do? We carry our troubles almost all day with us, like a baggage on our head. Right? So when you can't do anything of those troubles, those things that had to happen have already happened in the day. If teacher had to scold one of us, that has already happened. Or if you had to pass or fail a certain exam, that has already happened. What is the use of carrying that all the time with yourself? Or if you are in a trouble, the trouble is already there. But how does carrying it around all day in your family or even outside that help? That's what this technique is trying to tell us. Oh, why can't you hear me clearly? Guys, those who have network issues, you can join on YouTube. You'll listen to it carefully and you'll not miss out on anything. I'm typing the YouTube channel's name here. It's Psykey _ Please try this. If you still have doubts, you put it in the chat box of YouTube also. I'm looking at that as well. Okay, done. People who are done, where are our troubles? Niyati, we should absolutely work towards it. The purpose of the activity is not to not work towards it. The purpose is to understand that you are not your troubles. If that's making some sense. We are externalizing our troubles. The purpose is to understand that carrying my troubles all the time is not going to help me. But working towards it will definitely help. So how do we feel after writing down and externalizing our troubles? There are certain things which are not in our control as well. Niyati, if you would, now, whatever had to happen in that person's day has already happened. Now carrying the same with him is not going to help him, is it? There might be certain things which have already happened. Acceptance, what can't be changed immediately, giving it time, giving things to take their own course. Things which are not in our control, or maybe which are in our control, but rather than carrying the troubles on our head, working towards their solution for the meantime. Does that make any sense, Niyati? All the other troubles are okay, ma'am. What about troubles like choosing proper career line? Can't be put over. Why not, Janvi? You put the trouble over there and you start working on it. You try your best, but let life also give you, certain chances, certain opportunities, and lead you the path rather than you worrying about it all the time. So you take the actions because that is your karma. That is something you have to do. But when it is indecisive, you take the action. But you don't carry the worry with you all the time कि मेरा आगे future में क्या होगा. Now, does it make sense? Okay. Okay, let's move to the next activity. Now what we are going to do is, we're going to write a postcard. Worrying is not the solution. How can we come out? By doing a lot of techniques that I've taught Lakshmi in CBT also. So there are a lot of techniques to come out of worry. You can check them. I've taught them, I think, in some free courses also. So using them. Okay. Try CBT. I've explained those. Prioritize the problems. Yes. Okay. Now what we are going to do is, do we know what a postcard looks like? What does a postcard look like? If somebody can tell me, what is the basic layout of a postcard that we purchase? Yes. I've taught them also problem solving also. Prioritize the problems. Very good, Vijay Lakshmi. So separating the compartment for your personal time as well as, we can't want to leave the problems. This is the big problem. Oh, very good. We don't want to leave the problems. That is also a big problem. So you want to take, an internal locus of control for even things which are beyond our control. So one technique that you do is things in your control and not in your control. But what we want to do is, like Ali is very beautifully putting it up, that we want to take control of things which are not in our control as well, and which is also another problem. So जो चीजें मेरे कंट्रोल में नहीं है, मैं उनको भी कंट्रोल करना चाहती हूँ. हाँ, rectangular postcard. Okay, what does it look like? किसी को नहीं पता. That there is a from and then there is a to. There is something that we can write to the person. Okay, it is in yellow color. ठीक है. What we are going to do is, postcard is of course like a letter. हाँ, one side पे stamp होती है. Thank you guys. ठीक है. कुछ लोगों को पता है. One side column, very good. हाँ, we are going to draw something similar to that. So we're going to draw a postcard. So take a card, another new sheet if you don't have a card or anything. हाँ, stamp हम खुद की बना लेंगे, अपनी खुद की stamp. Okay, front card, from and to address. Okay, very good. With practice, you learn to separate it. Absolutely, nothing comes in one go. Okay, so what would I say to someone if I didn't have to do it face to face? So maybe there are certain things that I have, with myself, and I want to share it with the other person, but I'm not able to. So let's see what this technique is telling us. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to reflect on the situation or on the person. What did you feel or felt? So did you feel angry, frustrated, sad, or are you feeling a lot of love for that matter? And just spend one moment. You don't have to dwell into the entire thing for a long time. It's just you taking out your grudge, or you expressing your emotions or feelings. Sometimes what happens is, the situation is not that big to the level that we make it to. Sometimes it's just we overthinking, and we just need to, let that all out. Rather than letting it out in front of a certain person, let's try it on a sheet of paper first and see if it even sounds logical. Okay, so let's spend a moment thinking about what happened, how it felt, and what would you like to tell the other person about the experience that you felt. And just take the space which is there in the postcard only, not more than that. Thank you, Sufi. Can I open it? I'm not sure. Okay. It's opening, huh? Okay. 1 second, I'll show the postcard to everybody. No, not happening. Is it? No, it's not opening for me. Okay. Okay, guys. What are we going to do? I'm going to explain the technique again. We're going to reflect. So what will you say to somebody if you didn't have to do it face to face? So reflect on a situation, a person, or anything that made you feel frustrated, angry, sad, or upset, or any grudge that you're keeping in your mind already. Could be anybody. And if you think that you're not keeping any such negative emotion with yourself, then you can also write about a positive emotion. If you want to tell somebody how you feel about them, spend a moment thinking about what happened, how it felt, and what would you like to tell the other person about it, how the experience actually made you feel. And just occupying as much space as is there in the postcard, you have to sum this up. Can we try this? And if you think that you don't have words to express the same thing, you can also draw about the same. A representation of how you're feeling or how you felt. And we'll take 3-4 minutes for the same. Wow, everybody done. Did you guys not have anything to say, or we just did it in no time? What happened? And now also read it. You know, is there any insight that reading this is giving you? Are your emotions genuine? Do they need to be expressed to the other person? How will the other person feel after reading it? How do you feel after writing it? Or how do you feel after drawing it, for that matter? Good. Hmm. Okay. Let it all out. Lakshmi and Ume. Others, are we done? Sure. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Take your time. If anyone wants to grab a glass of water till then, you can. We'll wait for others also till then. The next activity, anyhow, requires you to get up. Everybody done? Lakshmi, Ume, guys done? Positive letter to neighbor. Wow. Okay, done. Okay, done, done. Okay, now what we are going to do is I asked everybody to bring a box. Have we brought a box? An empty box? Box. Cardboard box, transparent box, any kind of box. If not, let's bring it. Okay. Yes, Samantha. Yes, yes. This happens in challenges. If it was a workshop, everybody would have been, dying to be on Zoom. Have an empty pouch box. Okay, okay. Okay, now what we're going to do is I'm going to give all of you 2 minutes. I'll set a timer and I'll start the timer. It's not transparent. Okay, that's also fine. Okay. I'm going to give everybody 2 minutes. We'll get up. We'll have to get up. Yeah. And in those 2 minutes, whatever positive things that you can collect from your house or anything that makes you feel positive, or you have memories attached to it, or achievements attached to it, anything that has positive memories attached to it. It can be even books, anything that comes to your mind, stationery, pictures, awards, anything. We'll grab it within 2 minutes and we'll come back. Can we try that? So we'll actually be getting up. We'll start when I asked you to start. Lakshmi has already started. Okay, guys, ready? Looking at the screen and ready is not ready. Getting up is ready. We'll get up. Okay. I'll say 3 to 1 and then we'll get started. In 2 minutes, we'll get back. People of all ages, the younger ones and the youngest ones, everybody will get up, guys. Okay. The oldest students are the youngest. Okay. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Let's bring something at least. Man, get up. Okay. Paritosh is already having food. Okay. Guys, are we bringing something? Let's go. Nehal, Charu, Mariam, Shabnam, Bajida, Anitha, Khushi, Ira, Jyoti, Invincible, Sejal, Sheila, Aisha. Guys, quickly, let's go. Karan, Garvita, Geeta, Ruchika. My mobile, it's already in my hand. Ah, very good. Mobile is the most positive thing that you have, Yuki. I am back. Okay. You brought everything that you could. Wow, 2 minutes were too much. Hi, Vinita ji, you are also here. Acha, what have we brought? Theek hai. Okay. What we are going to do is we are actually going to create a self-care box. Acha, let's wait for others also. Dr. Preet didn't go anywhere. She did? Okay. I'm waiting for Sandeep ji also. What about others? Siddhika, Gayatri, did we bring something? Kaveri? Okay. So you're going to create something called a self-care box. Only one thing? No. So in the self-care box, you can put anything that, on days when you're feeling low, you should have something that actually uplifts your mood. And a self-care box is something that can do the same. So it can be stationery. Sometimes for some people it is stationery. For others, it can be affirmation cards. Some of us have already created affirmation cards in the past. Jyoti, Gayatri, yes. So affirmation cards, it can be, anything that makes you feel more positive, more, maybe pictures that you have of the past, the good times that you've spent with others. All of these things can actually be a part of your self-care box. Cards from friends, yes, absolutely. So birthday cards or maybe some gifts that mean a lot to you. For some people, it is even accessories. Your daughter's paintings, your kids' birthday cards, anything that you want, anything that has a special meaning attached to you can be added there. 5 works, Janvi, to get started with 5 is very good. Vision boards, absolutely. The techniques that you did with me in positive psychology, all of them can have a space here. Accomplishment portfolios can be added here. Not having enough space, okay, you put as many as can be kept here and then you bring a bigger box. Okay, Yusra? A CD, a travel related story of favorite writer. Books can also be there. Wow, okay. Album, diary, poem, diaries, book gifted by your loved ones. Okay. So these are the things that we can add, and your homework is to actually prepare the self-care box properly. Why I made you bring those things is so that we don't procrastinate. Now you have everything in place. The only thing that we're left with is to decorate it in whichever way you want it to look like. Can we try that? Tickets to where? Okay. And you can also write a positive affirmation for yourself and put it there, or something that you need to listen to the most, or the activity that we did at first, reviewing 2022. You added the secret at the back of the page. The wise secret, how to move from, the person you are in 2022 to person you are in 2023. So you can add that wisdom also in that self-care box. An affirmation, a wisdom, a piece of advice. I always use these things in routine. Then you put the things that you don't use in routine, and you want to have something when you're having a bad day, or you want to tell something to yourself when you're having a bad day. Self-care box is also something you can use when you're having a good day, something that you can use to experience positive emotions. And the new generation who is tech savvy can also create some folders in their gallery or maybe, you know, some movies that we want to watch when we want to experience positive emotions. For me, it's like Christmas movies, or some pictures, you know, you having helped somebody and that person actually feeling good in their life because of you. So pictures of the difference that you have created in the world, or in your loved one's life, or anything like that. So you can add it there. 2 buckets full of chocolate. Okay. Itna bhi nahi. So maybe you can pick up or whatever you like. Huh? Up to you. ठीक है, done? Done, guys. Okay, Hindola. ठीक है. We'll complete our self-care box as homework. Can we try that? I'll check that. You'll be sending it in the group tomorrow, okay? Or I'll open the group now also. You can share the activities that we've done in the class, whichever are not personal, in the group. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you homework. I'll be explaining the homework, and that is the homework for the day, whenever you want to do. Okay. This is something called GLAD. Okay. G, L, A, and D, all of them have a special meaning. So this is an acronym. Okay, so you can remember this acronym and you can practice gratitude using this acronym whenever you want, on daily basis also. So we all know what G stands for. G stands for guys, G stands for G is very simple. G stands for gratitude. Absolutely, gratitude. Okay. So what am I grateful for today? And remember the technique that I taught you last time? So even if you had a bad day, you ask yourself what could be worse. Say you met an accident today and you hurt your elbow or anything. Asking yourself what could be worse? Could it even be even more worse? And thank God it didn't happen. So I'm still grateful. I'm safe. And I'm, alive to write this gratitude for myself. So when you're writing gratitude, there are 2 tips. One is listing things which are very, very basic. Food, air, shelter, family, if it is basic to you. Okay. And then things that are really very important, meaningful, helping you in growth, in your growth in life. Okay. So today when we are doing our homework, we'll write our gratitude in 2 to 3 terms. One is something that we learned last time, that could things be worse than how they are right now? Maybe my health is not very appropriate right now, but could it be worse? Maybe I could have gained more or less weight in the same amount of time, same period of time. Okay, but it didn't, so I am grateful for that. I'm grateful that at least my body is working well. And then what is very basic? Food, air, water, shelter, things that we take for a lot granted. In winter, sunlight has a very important role to play, something we take for granted in summers. Okay. And think of something which is truly important, meaningful, and maybe something very specific just to you. Something that probably you think that you have and it really has a meaning in your life. Maybe your children, your son, your daughter, your life partner, your parents, the relationships that you have, or the growth that you've experienced in the past time. Okay, what does L stand for? L can be? What can be L in GLAD? Okay, love. What else? Okay. No, what else it can be? Lesson, absolutely. So what is the learning? So what is the learning that I've taken from today? Have I learned something today? Or maybe did I learn something yesterday, last week, last month, or say for that matter this year? Any new skill that I've learned this year? A personal skill or a professional skill? Something new that I discovered about my own self. Maybe I always had that thing in myself, but I discovered it this year. I never knew I could be such patient listener until this year. Or maybe until today, yesterday, this month, or last week, something like that. So anything positive that you learned about yourself. I probably didn't know that I have that much of patience until I had kids, something like that. And anything positive that you learned about another person. So positivity is not to be found just in yourself, but also in people around you. Something positive that you looked out into the another person. And this is something the glad should be practiced ideally every single day. So what is positive that you saw in your own self today? Did you help somebody? If you could not find something positive, did you make something positive today? And did you try to find something positive in the other person? Did you learn something positive about another person? And something that you learned this week, this month, or this year that changed your perspective about your own self or about the world around you in a positive manner. Make sense? Okay. The next is A, and A stands for, we'll be sharing our glad in the WhatsApp group, maybe tomorrow. Okay, Ikra. That's you trying to practice learning. Okay. A stands for achievement, absolutely. Affirmation, acceptance. Acceptance comes when you see positives in others. Okay. Assessment, attitude. So A is accomplishment. Remember PERMA model? I've taught it like many times in the past also. Accomplishment. Many of us have built an accomplishment portfolio also. A is accomplishment. So what have you accomplished today? Now this accomplishment doesn't have to be something really, really big. It can be something very small. Like many of you said that I want to actually, clear UGC net, or I want to have a better health. So me just waking up early in the morning for my 5 minutes meditation is an accomplishment in itself. Me going to my dance class or gym class daily is a small accomplishment in itself that I'm taking for a very big goal. Me studying just one chapter or one page of the book is a small step, a small accomplishment for a huge goal. And at the same time, I can also accomplish a lot of other things. Something that I accomplished this year, I can also make a list of that. If you can't accomplish anything on days that you don't find anything else, you can accomplish something by bringing a smile on somebody else's face. And there is nothing big that you need to do. Smiles are contagious. When you see somebody smiling, you feel like smiling yourself. Even on days when you don't feel like smiling or feel happy, just smiling itself boosts a lot of positive emotions in you. So you can make your own self smile with the techniques that I taught you in the previous happiness session, or you can bring smile on somebody else's face by helping them or by doing an act of kindness or just by doing something which is contagious in itself. So these are the small accomplishments that you can have every single day. And the big accomplishment that you can have, yes, and the big accomplishments could be anything that you consider big. But don't underestimate yourself or don't sell yourself low or so don't have that thing that anybody can do this thing. So if you've done it, appreciate yourself for the same and take credit for it. Okay, okay. The last is D, and D is delight. I myself telling you, delight. So something delightful that you saw today. Okay, maybe you saw a small child laughing, determination, dedication. Yes, of course, that is also important. But D also stands for delight. Something delightful, something that made you laugh or smile today. It could be listening to music, watching a funny scene on YouTube, or anything delightful, or seeing a child smiling or laughing. Something that made you laugh or smile today. A thing of beauty that you saw today, maybe sunrise, sunset, something in the nature, if you have access to the same, or like I said, babies, or something that you heard today that uplifted your spirits. So a motivational lecture, song, anything that you heard from somebody else that uplifted your spirit. And now you know that this is something that can actually help you experience positive emotions. And if you actually have it in your mind that I have to write my glad every single day, you'll be more conscious to paying attention to these things. Probably from this day onwards, you'll be more consciously paying attention to something positive in the other person, or something positive happening in your day to day, or something positive in your own self, or at least doing something positive, or learning something every single day. Taking a small step for a small accomplishment today for a big goal. or finding positives in the nature. So this is your homework, guys. And with this, we come to the end of today's session of happiness. I hope we enjoyed. That is all. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Otherwise, we'll meet next Sunday. Today's afternoon Sunday makes me happy. Nehal, WhatsApp me. I'll check. Did you have an interview? We had a lot of interviews yesterday and review for yesterday. What is the third delightful point? The third delightful point is something good, something cheerful that you heard today, something that uplifted your mood or uplifted your spirit. So hearing, it's focusing on hearing. The second question is focusing on seeing. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you liked today's session. And how to be optimistic always or mostly? You learn to be optimistic. Okay, I'm coming to that question. In homework, we have answered all the questions given in that. Yes, in homework, you have to do this thing. If you did like today's session, please take out some time to share your experience in the YouTube also. That would be very helpful for Psyche, for helping us grow. Thank you so much. How to be optimistic? Optimism is something you practice. You know, you can't be positive all the time, but you can, of course, be positive most of the time. There are a lot of techniques that you can practice for the same. Looking at the bright side of the things, learning from your failures like we did right now, looking at the doors that opened, you know, with everything that closed. Self-care box. Okay, I look forward to seeing your self-care boxes and so many other things in the group. I'll be opening the group. The group will stay open till 10. If you'll not be able to finish everything today, you can do that tomorrow as well. Okay. Thank you so much. You should watch, last session also, Preeti. Happiness session 1. Have you watched that? Tactics for the same. Ashwini, I'll suggest you to, I have taken, there was a happiness week last time also. I'll share the link of the same in the WhatsApp group. Go through the same. Or attend my positive psychotherapy sessions that will teach you a lot of techniques for hope, optimism, positivity, and all of that. So I do share techniques. Rather than giving you, one-liners, I would say learn techniques from where I've taught. Take out some time for that. Thank you so much. Okay, bye. Have a good day. If you have any further questions, please feel free to ask. Otherwise, we'll call it a day. Share your experience on YouTube, guys. That would be more helpful. Thank you so much. Okay, bye. Thank you so much. Bye, bye, bye. I'll call it